Regulatory authorities should visit the barbering saloons and see the unhygienic conditions under which their equipment are kept. It is very bad. Um, so I would want to believe that you probably would have seen a thing or two, or you have an experience with a thing or two. I mean, I don't like, there are certain things I don't like to do at multiple places, like barbering my hair.
Yeah.
I've been barbering from the same person for maybe over 10 years now. It's just a walking distance from my house. So when I mean, from the first day I entered the shop when he started the business, I saw how particular he was about things like this.
Yeah.
So I have not had any reason to change.
People move to other places because of maybe the person, your regular barber will decide to increase the prices. So somebody would recommend that, oh, this person
It's
can do it,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
for this less amount. So let me take you there. So yeah.
Okay. Fair point. Let's just be careful. I guess that's all I can say. Okay, thank you very much. Let's get to celebrate you or that very special person now because it's birthday time. If today happens to be your birthday, or if you know someone who is celebrating his or her birthday today, let's do this together here on this platform, Class 91.3 FM. To go through that. Kofi Kingston, the Ghanaian American wrestler, is celebrating birthday number 45 today. He was born on this day in Kumasi. A happy birthday to Kofi on this very special day. So if you're happy to be celebrating your birthday, you are celebrating your birthday with notable people like Kofi Kingston. You're also celebrating with former top police boss David Asantia Pitu, who is celebrating birthday number 69 today. Happy birthday to him wherever he finds himself this morning. Today also happens to be birthday number 38 for former Accra Hearts of Oak goalkeeper Philemon McCarthy. He was born on this day birthday number 37, sorry. He was born on this day in 1989. So happy birthday to Philemon on celebrating his birthday on this day. But if you're also born today, or if you know someone who is celebrating his or her birthday today, you can let us know on WhatsApp number 0500,000 202 0500,000 202. Thus, it's Class 91.3 FM. Well, a few brothers celebrating their birthday. Let me just quickly do this. My former colleague here, Gabby Ofair, you're celebrating your birthday. You say you're 33 today. Happy birthday to you, Gabby. On this day, my former colleague again, Steven Esson, you're celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Kofi K, Innocent, Ameveji, Kweku Pra, Kofi Amwa, all of you are celebrating your birthdays today. Happy birthday to you. But let's get into the talk, starting with a piece of my mind, which is a segment of the show where I share my thoughts on a subject or more, and also give you an opportunity for you to do same. There's a segment where you can also call in, so please take note of the calling number so that when they activated, you can give us a call. 0302 208080, 0302 208080, or you can send us a message on WhatsApp on 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202, or find us on Facebook. We're streaming live there. Give us a message there as well, and we will take it from there. Take note of that again. 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202, or When the phone lines are activated, you can give us a call 0302208080. And today is also Friday, which means that we are tying that in with Community Watch. If there is a particular issue in your community that you would want to put it out for the authorities to attend to, you can use our platform to do that. Today is Friday, and as always, I have quite a number of things. Let me start with this. Whose job is it to ensure that all of these big broken trucks that for whatever reason are parked on the road because they have a problem or they have a challenge or anything like that, and they have been there not for 2 minutes, but they have been there for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days? Whose job is it to ensure that these trucks are off the roads? Most often when I'm coming to work, and I've had a chance of talking about this on this platform before, because I leave home at dawn this morning, at dawn literally every day, Monday to Friday. On my way, I see a number of broken down trucks all the way. And you see, in the morning, there's always the tendency to speed because the roads are literally empty. And sometimes from a distance, you might even think that the car is mobile or the truck is mobile. It's only when you get relatively closer that you realize that no, it's not mobile, because they don't put any sign, relatively distant from the car like they are supposed to do. Oh, that this car or this truck is not mobile. This car has a problem. So that from a distance, you can see the reflectors and you know that maybe as you're approaching, you should slow down. A lot of accidents have been caused by that. It's just that maybe the records do not show, or it is not communicated to the public for us to know. When these cars break down for a minute or 2 or 3 or 4, and sometimes you even see engineers working on it, that's okay. Even private cars or trotros and buses and all of that, they have a problem. These are machines. They can break down at any time. But when these trucks have been there for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and sometimes it is causing a lot of traffic, 1. 2, they are sometimes hiding in a corner somewhere, depending on the nature of the road. And sometimes you take a very sharp curve, and before you know it, it's there. And if you're not smart enough, you might just ramp your car into it. Can the police please pay attention to this? I'm sure it's the MTTU or an agency within the police service or so, which will be directly responsible for this. Can they pay attention to that? Because I think it is causing a fair bit of problems for a lot of people. They may not talk about it, but I see that almost every day. Then the second thing I want to talk about, I don't know how it happened, but 20 years ago, we didn't have Pragya cars in Ghana. We didn't have them. Now they are everywhere. My problem is not the fact that they are even everywhere, but my problem is two faults. They barely obey any traffic regulations. They barely. Just like the motorcycles, they barely operate any, they don't care whether it's red, yellow, green, they are moving. They just don't care. 2, they are driving anyhow. Again, they just do not care. 3, a lot of them have now become an avenue for carrying a lot of rubbish. Now, this is the thing. Maybe we are not paying attention to the public health conversations about this. A lot of them are carrying these rubbish, and the rubbish is overly exposed. And you are driving on main streets morning, afternoon, evening, night, and you are driving past them, they are not covered, you are inhaling all kinds of things, they are using major highways, and nobody is stopping them, nobody is checking them. Meanwhile, we have a lot of officers or agencies from various bodies, almost always by the roadside, and maybe, just maybe, instead of focusing on the coins or the 2 cedis or the 3 cedis or the 5 cedis that you get from drivers, you pay attention to those things as well. I don't know whether that falls within their ambits. But you see them morning, afternoon, evening, night, overly exposed, and sometimes it's so loaded, and some of the rubbish are even falling out of these cars, and they end up on the streets, and someone has to come and clean them again. We say we want to make Accra clean. The number of Pragyas that ply our roads, morning, afternoon, evening, night, traffic, and the embarrassment it causes for first-time visitors is most unfortunate. Whose responsibility is it to ensure that that is off our streets? And to make it worse, now they are competing on highways. From what we gather, the accident at Ofankor barrier was probably caused by one of these cars. Now they are competing on highways. How did we get here? Many years ago, I used to only see them in the towns and in the villages where you don't have enough cars or you don't have enough buses or you don't have enough cycles to move people from one village to the other. Now they are in the cities and they are in the towns and they are competing with us on the road, which is not right. You won't see this anywhere. That's what the conversation about trucks. That one I'm tired. Elsewhere, you'd only see some of these big trucks at a certain point in the day because they are conveying goods. So somewhere after 10 p.m. to somewhere around 4 a.m. And I'm told that that is the rule. But we see them 24/7. Who is paying attention to all of these things? Who is paying attention to them? Is it a case of nobody cares as usual? Or what exactly? Then to make it worse, in addition to what the praggers are doing, the big trucks themselves. If you happen to be driving past an overhead, you would see that there is an inscription at the top of the overhead, 5.5 meters. That should tell you that if you're a truck and you have loaded to a certain point, you may probably not be able to use that overhead. And we have a few of them all over the cities and even outside of Accra. Sometimes you would see a truck and the load on the truck. I've just seen a video of a very sad one that has caused a lot of traffic at Circle in the last 24 hours. This truck that was so full to the brim, clearly more than the 5.5, and got stuck under one of the bridges, and it's causing crazy traffic over there. Meanwhile, in that same video, there were police people or MTTU officers standing by the road, and nobody paid attention to that truck. That truck came from God knows where, and would have gone through so many barriers, would have gone through so many routes before ending up at Circle. So the MTTU officers or the police officers standing by the roadside, they didn't see that truck, and they didn't realize that it was overloaded. And it couldn't go beyond a certain point, and that car had to be stopped or had to be arrested. We take a lot of things for granted in this country, a lot. And sometimes it's either people are tired or maybe they talk about it and they see very little responses. And once they are not seeing much, they honestly do not care. They just let it go. They just let it go and hope that at some point maybe things will change. It looks like people have given up on a lot of very simple things in this country. Maybe, just maybe, someday things will change. Well, the phone lines have been activated. You can give me a call and share your thoughts strongly with me. 0302-208080, 0302-208080. Alternatively, you can hit me on WhatsApp on 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Or you can send us a message on our Facebook platform. We're streaming live there. Send us a message, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a share, and give us a watch as well, and we would appreciate that. But still to also let you know that this morning we're going to be having the rent commissioner join us. As for the issues of rents, we can't stop talking about it. People are paying ridiculous amounts of money, and I understand the other day students at KNUST are demonstrating because they have to pay 10,000 Ghana cedis for hostel in a year. If they were charging those kind of hostel fees, I'm not sure I've been able to have gone through the university in a hall. I couldn't have paid that kind of money. Anyway, you call me and share your thoughts with me. 0302 208080, 0302 208080, or send me a message on our WhatsApp platform on 0500,000 202, 0500,000 202. Okay, let me take a message that has come in here. This one says, hi, good morning, bro. The motorcycles and tricycles are really creating problems on the streets. Most of the operators are lawless. Hello, good morning. Okay, I lost the caller. Hello, good morning. Okay, let's try again. Hello, good morning. 0302-208080, 0302-2080. If the technicians can come and check on the phone lines for us, we should be having consistent phone lines. It cannot be working today, tomorrow it has a problem, the next day it has a problem. 0302-208080, 0302-208080. Give us a call and share your thoughts. uh, on these issues that I've raised, and today being a Friday as well, it's an opportunity to let us know something of notice in your community. We can always discuss on this platform. This one says, "Good morning, class. Honestly, the Ashaman Municipal Assembly needs a serious scrutiny and overhaul. To me, it is the worst MA in the world. We walk in Ashaman, seeing traders selling right in the middle of the pedestrian lane, tilapia being grilled and sold on the streets, food sellers selling on the streets, holes gaping and uncovered on pedestrian lanes, motors and cars parked haphazardly in the middle of the streets, dust, filth, rubber, polythene bags scattered all over the place. Yet, not much is being done about this in Ashaman. Why?" Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Black One.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Kweku from Nungwa.
Kweku, go ahead.
Okay, please, I have two questions I want you to get these people for them to answer for us. First, the PR for Ghana Water, Stanley Marty, then his boss, Honorable Mutawakilo. What at all is wrong with the desalination plant? And for almost 2 years, when you complain, you say, hey, this and this.
Desalination plant where?
Nungwa, the desalination plant. We used to have regular supply of water. When this government came to power, you don't have regular supply of water. Last week, they closed the pipe for almost 2 weeks. Their opinion is the pressure is also down. You can't fetch even a single water. They will close it today. What at all is wrong with the desalination plant? And they can't repair it, give us regular supply of water. Call them and find out what at all is wrong with it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
A friend, a brother from the same constituency. How are you doing?
Hey Ben, I'm doing very well. I'll call you in a few minutes.
Okay.
But you go ahead.
When you call and it's not coming, try as much as you can. I'm in the village and I came on Monday doing farming, so I thought the network is problem. So there's a certain place that you have to stand for. So I just came to listen to you. After I'll go back. So when you call it doesn't come. Try it, okay?
Okay. Are you bringing me some of the produce from the village?
Oh, I don't know. Do you eat fufu? I do cassava and corn.
Okay, you talk. We'll talk.
Okay. You see, it's difficult to Kwame. And one thing I've realized in Ghana, change. When you want to bring a change, you find it difficult. So my plea this morning to His Excellency, this time around, it's a legacy. And whatever you think is good for Ghana, just focus. Because at times, if you say you listen to party folks, because they think you see, I say Ghanaians, we have conscience. When you do the right thing, no matter what it is, they will continue voting for the NDC. I'm pleading with you. Because I see a lot of things in Charlie. I ask, what is really happening? Look at just what is it? If Abobo, they don't have to be in inner lane, let's let them off. Because not because of one person, most people will die. Please, Mr. President, do something. Focus. Because change, as you say, people find it difficult to accept change. They know what you are doing is the right thing, but they frustrate you. So I'm pleading with you, Mr. President. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning too. Thank you very much, Eben, for calling. Hello, good morning. Dave, go ahead.
You see, my country, they don't have my peace of mind.
Oh, Dave, your line is not great. If you can call us again, I would appreciate that. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Seth. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Kwame, I want to pitch with this one. You know, TDC and TMA. That confusion themselves, they are coming here. I'm pleading to the president to intervene early. Because, you come from Tema. Tema was developing in a certain aspect of it. But because of their personal interest, they want to disrupt this thing here. So they should intervene. Yes, Mr. Kwame, you see, our regulation system, it is not going well. Why am I saying that our regulation system is not going? You see, we have a DVLA, we have an MTTU, who are the which authority is in charge of to regulate Aboboya and then this Mahama Kambu motor rider is coming? Have they set a regulating body which will regulate them very well? They haven't set it. If they haven't set it, they have to pause everything they are doing until they establish some a regulating body before they allow them to go. Otherwise, we kill ourselves before we realize that this thing is going on. So I'll leave it for the others to also to continue.
Thank you very much for calling. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kwame. I'm Nicholas.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, concerning this Pragia issue, I'm an online driver, so I'm always on the road. So we see them every day, and the hazard they cause to a motorist. Sometimes I don't know. One day I was asking a police officer whether they treat them like bicycle because they don't have any indicating lights. Like, obviously, there's nothing that works on those things, and they park in the middle of the road. You see them by the side of the road, and it's causing hazard. I don't know who is checking that thing. Now the uphailing companies have now added Okada to their list of transport, and that one is also causing another thing. We need to speak up before this turns into another thing. Thank you.
Thank you too. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Back.
Dave, go ahead.
Kwame, I just want to ask a question. If laws are not working in your territory, what is there MC, municipal assembly there and MP there, what difficulties can you get, or police stations, the way laws are not working, who will attack again? Well, you went to court too. Court too is difficult. Kwame, who in your life? If you tell your country where those things are going like that, if you say innocent people are rather in difficult, those who they have to help, where the Bible says our
Dave, I appreciate you. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Can you speak up a bit?
Yeah, hello. I'm Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom, where are you calling from?
Medina.
Wisdom, go ahead.
Okay. I've noticed something about your reception from Accra Central, Laboni, and other environments. It seems it's very poor, especially when you are driving.
Okay.
And then, concerning the issue on board, is there any way we can solve this thing? Because it seems always when I call me, I'll ask if they listen to you, and can we create something to solve these things? Concerning the Galamsey, you were talking about it earlier on. Can't we call the chiefs to board? Because to me, I think they are the people who are supposed to know much because they know their land. And if we can't call the chiefs to board, this thing will keep going on and going on and going on and going on, and we will not have a solution. Because if we have landowners and certain things are happening in their jurisdiction and they can't bring it to the administration, this thing will not stop. So I'm saying we should get the leaders to get to the chiefs so that they can have a consensus and then see a best way they can solve this Galamsey thing. Because we will complain and complain and complain unless we call them on board and we have a consensus. And then this thing, I think, can be solved. That's my submission for today.
Okay, I appreciate you, my brother. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Patrick, calling from Yarifa.
Pat, go ahead.
Yes, please. We are Aboboya drivers. When we are driving, passing our outside lane, when you are passing there, the truck driver they are worried. When you are passing the inner lane too, they are worried. So we, the motor drivers or the Aboboya drivers, what are we going to do now?
Are you aware you are not even supposed to be there?
Inner lane.
You are not even supposed to be there.
Yeah, but if you are passing the outer lane, they are disturbing. They will be crossing you. When you should have greater see you are going this side to, they will be disturbing. They will not stop. They will not stop. So drivers, some of the drivers are causing the problem. Some of the truck drivers, they are causing the problem.
Okay, I hear you. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kwame. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing well. My name is James from Ashama.
James, go ahead.
Yes, in fact, this topic you brought, in fact, it has been one of my greatest worries in Ashama specifically. You see, there is nobody regulating those running businesses in the country. You see somebody, he's at a store. All the waste, the goods in the store is on the road. The sun, the rain, everything. And at the end of the day, we are going to buy those things. So I don't know what the assembly is doing. You will be in a community. If something happens, you don't know who to even report to. So in fact, I will be glad if we can bring the assemblies so that they will come and answer questions, because there is no law that is being abided in the country again. You see, when you come to Tema Enclave, these big trucks, they park on the shoulder of the road. Pedestrians don't have any place to park. Is it motorway, the one that the park government that just commissioned the town run about? The whole place is bushy. There's nobody within it, and I don't know what the assemblies are doing. So please, you bring them on board one of these days so that we ask questions. All the best, bro.
Okay, thank you very much. 0302208080. Hello, good morning. Papa, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah. Accra is very, very, very dark at night. Driving very uncomfortable at night. What do you call it? Those in charge of the lighting system in Accra, we beg of them, even beyond, let us have a bright light at night everywhere, because this also are the cause of the accident. I must be frank with you. And again, the police MTTD, now they call them, right? I thought still MTTU. They are not helping matters at all. Majority of vehicles on the road, they don't have backlights in the evening or even daytime. So when they are even applying their brakes and things like that, you may not know that if you apply brake, whereby it will caution you behind that particular vehicle to be careful. Are you getting my point, Kwame?
Mm-hmm.
So the police should just wake up, check all those things. Very, very, very important. And then again, they talk of trying to avoid accidents. Government should sit up by making sure that all the road networks, especially where we have the potholes or the manholes, they have to fill it. They have to fill it to help people driving on those roads to drive comfortably. All these things cause accidents. Your ball joints, the damage to your shock absorbers and ball joints and all these things. I've said time and time again, the traffic lights, around the Achimota police station towards Achimota school, that under the traffic light, the pothole there, I mean, it's uncomfortable when you turn to the right, to the left, going towards the what do you call it, Total filling station down there. All these things, we need to, government and those urban rules and then MCUs in those municipalities, they should work together and see to it that all those things, manholes and potholes, are filled.
Okay, Papa, I appreciate you. Today is Friday, so we normally like to try take as many calls as we can. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Well, Kwame, I'm calling for the first time. As a matter of fact, and my name is Joe from Kasamasu New Bridge.
Joe, go ahead.
Come again?
I said go ahead.
Kwame, frankly speaking, for the last 2 years, Kasamasu New Bridge, we never got water from our taps. In fact, the Ghana Water Company came to supply us with new service meters. We paid for it. The water flew for some few months, and then it just cut. We've been making noise over time and time and time, so we still can't have access to water. Kwame, we don't know how you can intervene. Kasamasu New Bridge. In fact, within the entire Kasamasu enclave, we have this problem. please intervene on our behalf. Also, with regards to the street light that the Honorable Lindo Cruz started planting on our streets, at Katamansu School Junction through to the estate, incidentally, half of them are not working. In the night, even when there's power outage within our area, you can see some of the lights are on while some two are off. So if maybe she can let the engineer come and work on that once as well for us. We need a lot of us. In fact, with regards to water, please kindly help us. We are really, I'm getting tired of this. Thank you once again.
Okay, so this is not the first time we've heard of complaints concerning water from your area. It looks like the whole stretch is having water challenges, and we've discussed that the MP was here. We mentioned all of these issues. He said solutions were going to be provided to them, but it looks like not much has changed. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Andy is calling from Kisema.
Andy, go ahead.
I want to thank you so much for the topics raised this morning. Community and refuse collection. But let me start with Kisema, my community. I was born in Kisema. I think I've called this station a few times. And we are having a serious problem in Kisema. And I'm putting Kisema online this morning that the government should pay attention to this community of ours. Now, let me touch on the issue. We have a public toilet in Kisama that we lost to some outsiders for about 15 years. Now, a group of people, about 5 or so, fought their way through and, took this community toilet back. They ran it for 1 year without accountability. They could not show one Peshwa to the community that this is what we've been able to accrue from the sale of the toilet. Now, an 8-member group took it for 4 months, and people who ran it for 1 year said, oh, come and account to us because we released it to you. And this group went and accounted to them. So show us how much you have also accrued from the sale of it. They couldn't. Now, just Monday this week, the Municipal Assembly, that is Okaikwe North, wrote a letter and said, look, come and meet with us, the 8-member group. So a few of them went because some members of the group traveled. And they are saying, we are taking over the community toilet from you immediately. And this group said, no, that could not be possible because we need to come and report to our elders. So a meeting was held yesterday, and a member of the elders council said, no, this is not possible because we lost this toilet facility for about 16 years. So, Mr. Kwame, I am pleading with you this morning that we want your presence in Kisema because we have a lot of issues and nobody is attending to this community because it is an apathetic community. Nobody is talking about anything.
Your area is Ayawa's Okaikwe North, correct?
Okaikwe North. Okaikwe North. The assembly member is completely missing. I said it a few days ago. Look, this guy has just failed, but he's been elevated to the status of a presiding member. And we don't know what is happening. We don't see the MP. And nobody is...
What about the MC?
The MC, we engaged him a few months ago, and he said, he's grateful we were there. And that we will be hearing from him maybe the next week or whatever. I think it's been about 3 months or so now. I mean, we are just dribbled here and there. Kisema. And now guys are wide awake. If anybody dares bring a police or whatever, it will become something else. I'm serious this morning. I'm born in Kisema.
Okay. Well, we'll take this up. We'll take this up, and then we'll see how far we can go with this. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Brother.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Elijah. I'm calling from Adenta.
If you could speak up a bit.
My name is Elijah. I'm calling from Adenta.
Go ahead.
Those trucks are helping the youth. But sorry for the family by the accident. You see, they can be using as the urban area community service. You could see some people who load a pure water, water is heavy. Instead of him to load like 50 or 100, uncountable, they cause queue traffic on the road. So we beg, they should limit their loading. Thank you for a good job.
Thank you very much for calling 0302208080. Give me a call and share those very strong thoughts with me on this platform, or send us a message on our WhatsApp platform 0500,000 Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Ima, calling from Amomole.
Ima, go ahead.
Yes, my brother, I want to talk about this emanating scandals from the past regime, Akufo-Addo's regime. My brother, Ghana was a crime scene. And every day in, day out, we will be hit with a scandal. So I'm dumbfounded, though. Look at what do you call it? The revelations from the High Commissioner in UK about this visa racketeering, scholarship racketeering. Toddlers were even offering scholarship with £8,500 a month. My brother. So this is what these people are yearning to come and govern this country again. MPP. Look at what is unfolding again at the U.S. Embassy. About $19 million. Another scandal over there. My goodness. These people, this guy, my brother Kwame, all jokes aside, they don't have shame to be talking about people who, saying that democracy under attack. And even look at Abraham Sayasare, your boss, who was in charge of our financial issue, Kenu Forata, telling us that he will not come back and account for his stewardship. And you had a guard sitting at the, what do you call it? What parliamentary account? I've forgotten the name, if you can help me.
Public Accounts Committee.
Public Account Committee, thank you. Questioning people about they are also stewardship. Ablon Sayasare.
It's okay. I hear you, Ima from Amumuli. We'll take a few more calls and a wrap up. We have a conversation coming up with the Rent Commissioner very shortly. So keep your messages coming on WhatsApp number 0500,202, or give us a call on 0302 208080, Take a few more calls and wrap up the segment. But let me start reading some of your messages that have coming on the back of these convos we are having this morning. Good morning, Kwame. Please, from Alaju overhead to where the latest foam factory is. These welders have taken the pathway to park their cars. So now we have to fight with cars on the main road, passing a lot of risk to pedestrians. Big Fredo, it's been like that for many, many years on that stretch. It's a stretch I'm very familiar with inside Avino area there. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Mr. Dwomoh. Andy is back for just a few seconds.
Okay, make it snappy for me.
Yes, from Kisama. From Kisama. So some guys from the community are just, talking to me. So I want to find out how you will come and help us in Kisama. There are several issues, because we are not talking, but I am saying we don't want any problem to escalate in that community. So I want to find out how you want to come and help us.
Okay, I'll do that on the quiet, but I would engage, and then we'll take the conversations from there.
You'll engage them?
Yes. I need to speak to one or two people to really ascertain the issues on the ground. Okay. I appreciate you calling again. 0302208080, and I will take the conversations from there. This one is coming from Kofi Nakra. You say, Kwame, good morning. I like the passion in which you speak about national issues. Keep it up. The fact is, Ghana is sick. Rules and regulations are never enforced unless a so-called big man or any of his family members are affected. As for the MTTU, all they are interested in is the license of the driver and their coins. Well, that's what you say. Yes, the water situation by Ghana Water Company, the least said about that, the better. The Tishi desalination water plant, Ghana Water should tell us what is wrong with it. We had water during the NPP era from the plants, but NDC has come to worsen it. Okay. Francis says, in fact, the accidents on our roads are becoming too many. Come to Dakuman, the Circle Station, and see MTTD officers only catching motorbikes and cars, doing their own things and creating traffic rather. This morning, you will... okay, I don't really get it. You say, how can TDC and TMA have issues over a building that will serve the people of Tema, if not for who wants to be MP in 2028? Well, I've seen this bubbling up for some time. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kwame. I'm Nana Kwesi calling from Pantai.
Nana Kwesi, go ahead.
Okay. I use a car, right? So I want to talk briefly about our roads. I don't know if you drive, but I wonder if you are able to drive just 1 kilometer without applying brakes, because our roads are really bad. You can't drive just like a kilometer without seeing any pothole. No,
we are used to that.
Nothing. And I just don't understand our leaders. But I don't blame them too much, because now journalists who are supposed to be like watchdogs, who are supposed to be on their necks, are fighting for positions. And they are finding ways and means, because they know they can't enter straight into politics. They have to go on TV, on radio, bash a political party, then associate with one political party, and then jostle for appointment. Things are really bad. No, tell me why you can't fix street lights. That is the most commonest. That's why we put you there, right? Doing roads, fixing, but you are able. There's always money to buy Land Cruisers. I want to understand today, Kwame, if I don't know how they get money to buy Land Cruisers without them crying about no funds. But immediately it's about something that will benefit everybody. Then there's always problem with money. So please let us understand how these people are always having money to buy Land Cruisers, but they are no money to do roads, because it's becoming unbecoming. And if they don't change, something will, we have to wake up. It's too much. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It's too much, but it is what it is. Let me take a final caller and wrap up the conversations before we start with Acting Rent Commissioner, who's joined us in the studio to have a conversation about rent-related issues. Keep your messages coming on WhatsApp number 0500,000 202. Let me take that final caller and then wrap up the conversations, and then I can get to read your messages before we draw the curtains on today's edition of the show. 0302 208080. 0302-208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
The grace is sufficient.
Great. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I just want to suggest that the town gas, the government should consider bringing them back, because with that, their presence will be felt everywhere. So they should consider bringing the town gas. If not so, it will be difficult because the law enforcement agencies, I don't know whether they are overwhelmed. But please, if you can bring them back. Secondly, you see, for now, all of us have found a voice to be speaking. From time now, you can't even see this on air. So I think the government is doing well. All these problems, if the past administration have solved it, we will not be where we are today. But gradually, it seems there's something going on. Even in Ashama Township, they are doing the roads, the gutters, and other things. But you see, a lot is need to be done. So they should keep it up. They should bring the town gas back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And that's the final caller that we're going to be picking this morning, so that I can get to read your messages. This one says, greetings to all of you. I just want to know, is there any law in Ghana at all? I'm Shepherd from Bichili. Well, that's an interesting one. Good morning, Kwame. It seems it seems this country is on autopilot. Everybody appears to do what he or she likes. Our roads are full with those Niger guys with Okada and their tricycles. Some all over the place. As for the Greater Accra Regional Minister, you say she doesn't know what she's doing. She can't seem to do very simple things. Water in Sun City or Global has eluded us, as urine has eluded a chicken. Everything in this country seems to be in shambles. Abdul from Sun City, you send those one. Okay, this one you only say good morning. Okay, good morning to you. Marius in Teshi, you say, I just want to entreat you to do more on some of the complaints of the issues that keep coming up. Okay, we'll do a lot more in that regard. Okay, Mark in Accra New Town, you say, please Kwame, we know that the Aboboyoa riders are causing a lot of nuisance on the roads, but I am frank, without them, there is no way some of us can dispose our rubbish, because we can't seem to find a way. You see, if it wasn't for them, there would have been a serious hygiene problem in the country. Okay. Thank you for your message. Remember, you're still live here on Class 91.3. Keep your messages coming on this platform. Very shortly, we'll be starting the conversation with Acting Rent Commissioner. This morning, we're going to be discussing issues of rents, especially with our siblings, our nephews, and our nieces, and our children are preparing to go to school. Yesterday, I saw pictures of a demonstration in Kwame Dwomoh University of Science and Technology. They say they have to pay a whopping up to 10,000 cedis. I don't know who is asking them to pay those ridiculous fees as hostel fees. And of course, depending on where you are, you can also say you're going to come home every day and go for lectures. It's always tough when you're in the university and you need some accommodation. We'll get into all of this and more very shortly. This is Class 91.3 FM.
Your 2 to 5 p.m. on radio is just a
students in our schools who are in private accommodations are actually being suffocated, forced to pay what they are not supposed to pay. Given accommodation that is substandard, that is not tenantable. But the point is, they are forced to do that. But I have said, the collaboration between, I believe there must be a cross-sector collaboration to resolve the matter. That is why I thought, fine, my mandate is to look at the pricing, the fees, charges, and what have you. And if you come take Ghana Tourism Authority, they is to look at the situation, look at the sanitation angle, license them in collaboration with EPA, and make sure that those who are operating even facilities of that sort have what it takes to operate. And when they don't have that standard, they have the money and the power to close them down. So I said, okay, fine. We need to work as institutions, collaboration. I recently, in a way, partnered with Ghana Tourism Authority. And what happened, my brother? We closed 5 hostels. Not me closing it. I won't take that shine for anything. It is the work of Ghana Tourism Authority working with Rent Control Department.
Because they couldn't meet certain standards?
Of course, yes. We went to a place like Hallelujah.
Where is that?
In this month, is in Koforidua, one of the private hostels. You see modern day well, open well, dirty. Go to Adishie, the one I did Adishie or whatever we closed. Go and see their toiletries and see what you can see there. The stench. About 10 people of like a SS boarding house. Group them together, bath in one bathroom, and taking 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 and 8. And the students are crying, and nobody is hearing them. They are crying. If they report, we will get you out. But like I've said, for me, I've done enough. I've been lenient enough. The rest is for me to see, and for me even to tell the law, if there's a law in Ghana, and if our judges would do what the law tells them to do.
One of the things that we've been picking up from this hostel battle,
yes,
it's a bit difficult to get that, but in our own private investigations and conversations with some people, these are facilities that are owned by the same people who are supposed to implement the law.
Kwame, I don't have any idea about that or information. So I won't do anything to malign them or to do anything to feel like I'm attacking them. But I've warned them. I've said when I started, whoever you are, even in government, whoever, trust me, whoever you are affiliated to, and they themselves, that it's high time we should realize that this country, we need to respect our laws. And people must not use their portfolios and positions to do something nasty in this country.
That's why we hear people are calling you like that.
It is nasty. Very nasty. But I have warned. So long as the President of the Republic believes the law must work, I've said number with that time, nobody born a woman will stop what I'm doing.
But we hear they are calling you. The big men are calling you.
Me opoku.
That's what we hear.
I am telling you today, when I started, before God the man, nobody has picked a call to call me for what? To do what? To tell me what?
That you are spoiling their business. The hostel owners,
the
very powerful people.
You collapse. I'm ready to hear somebody should pick and call me. I will mention the person's name here, and I will do it. I mean, that's coming. I'm a man of no nonsense.
Because I'm not coming.
Because
we hear that every day.
I'm saying that I'm a man of no nonsense. You give me work to do. I'm happy the president is allowing me. My president, your president, and their president has never interfered into my work.
Nobody is calling you to order.
I say, if the president says you should do their work, I say, no man born of a woman. I've repeated it.
They are not going through second parties, third parties.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I've said that when I started, no single call. That is the president for you.
They claim you are spoiling
that is
their
the government.
Business. You are too loud.
I'm too loud.
Please.
They haven't seen. I've not enforced.
You are reducing their profit.
I'm not enforced. I am about to enforce and close. You see, in a few months to go, I'm putting myself together to get about 2,000 task force to the field. Have I started enforcement? I'm in office 7 months. I have not started. All what you saw was an advocacy to showcase the reality. I'm happy. Parents, people have seen the exploitation, broad day thievery, stealing and exploitation of these investors with impunity. And do you think that in today's government under President John Dramani Mahama, as part of the reset agenda, it is not those days where people will be interfering anyhow? The president said, and if you hear the president, whenever you see the president, you hear him on podium speak on one matter, it becomes a policy, my brother. The president needn't call me as an appointee, Frederick or Mr. Poku, do A before I do. I don't want to be a reactive person, proactive. And since the president himself, the chief executive, his vision, I write on. Oh, I have told you, those who were thinking that the law will not work, this is the difference here. It has taken Ghana 63 years in the last 6 months to have a commissioner. Rent control administrative never had an administrative head. And the law that called the rent laws 60 years ago ought to be enforced, and to ensure it's enforced by the commissioner. So after the vision and the president his own wisdom, and part of his research agenda, that we need to cleanse the housing sector issue, the rental space, we need to sanitize. Who am I not to do things to please the president? If that one will make the president build his legacy. Do you know why the president appointed a commissioner for the first time in the history of Ghana? It means the president wants something to be done. We have loss of the country. And I'm happy that the ministers and all parliamentarians, even the minister, were appointed by the president. So you cannot be calling me, nobody can call me, and you telling me that you disagree with the president. And who are you to say that? I've said the number with that time. My brother, I have not enforced anything. I gave 7 months when I came. You realize that I'm marking time. I said that I would do 6-7 months. I came to office 16th January. That's when I entered rent control for the first time. So I'm in my 7th month. I'm done. August is finished. September, October, I issued a statement. This is how I'm going. I issued a statement about 3 days ago. A directive. That beginning 17th August, no landlord, tenant, or whoever who has not issued rent card will be received and have access to rent control any longer. It becomes something that administratively I will not agree. And I've directed my office across the country that rent card as under Section 20 of Act 220, Section 5 of the PNDC Law 138/1986, it is criminal. It is offensive. It's against the law. It's an offense in the law not to issue rent card within 7 months when you give property. The rent card serves as a what? As a transactional booklet or document. Whatever happens in your home, that rent card records you and the tenant. So when you come to rent when you come to rent control, there's an issue. Aside the tenancy agreement, what you can hold for us to see, you took this, you demanded this, you added this, you changed this, it must be seen. Whenever you change from the landlord sheet, you must change from the and you both sign. And the law says, this was in Act 2/1963. It was repeated in Section 5 of the PNDC Law 138. Do you think it's a joke? 1986. It means after Nkrumah's law, during 1986, there was a review of the law, and the law still hammered on the rent card, because that is the basic evidence for us to stop and understand this is what is happening. Because I'm not there, you are not there. How would you know whether this one is speaking the truth or not? This is the sheet and the rent card. As we speak, some recalcitrant landlords still do not see the need to issue. And very soon, when we deploy by November, God willing, some of the task force across the country, they will come to your house and ask you, why have you issued your rent card? And explain why we should not prosecute you. And look, these are the offenses. If we come home, beginning end of 30th November, that's the deadline. 30th November, we deploy people to your home, ask you, have you issued your rent card? Or we come home where you have rented a property to a tenant. Tenant, where's your rent card? And they are not able to produce. And you, the landlord, have not done that. These are the consequences. We are going to write letter to invite you to rent control. Come and explain why we should not prosecute you. If you come to rent control, you don't have any reasonable cause. We'll just straight Attorney General. We will send it to court, and these are the punishment. If you are convicted by the court of competent jurisdiction, you either pay 200 penalty units, that is about 2,400 Ghana cedis. In default, go to prison 6 months. It is clear in the law, offenses. I am not telling you. And the judges are also obliged to do that by the rules and apply it. No mercy. If you are found culpable of not producing it, it's a simple law. You do this, you must go for 6 months or you pay 2,400.
If I'm a landlord, where can I get that card?
Only it's a value book. So you cannot buy it in the market. It's not sold in an open place. You can't go to any publishing place to buy rent card. Rent cards are taken from Rent Control Department of the Republic.
Do you have them?
I have a lot of them.
Are they coming for them?
Oh, they are running heter-skelter. Let me tell you something. Go and see the queues around. So if you're a landlord, you're hearing me, I'm not taking it. Call the bluff and see what will happen to you after November. You say there's no law in this country, right? I am telling you there are laws. It's surprising people that after 60 years that we are in the law is as good as anything. There may be 1 or 2 places that mean it's a cake, which I know. Let me say a good morning to the outgoing, my minister, the hard-working minister, Honorable Kenneth Ejay. I am not surprised that the President of the Republic has appointed this gentleman to go to defense. One of the finest ministers that you can find. The support he has given me when I came to office, and the deputy minister and the ministry as a whole, is overwhelming. So don't be surprised when people are talking about Kenneth Ejay has been appointed to defense. A fine gentleman. Whatever you see in the space of the renter today, Kenneth Ejay doesn't talk.
How much is the cost of that book?
15 cedis per.
Only 15 cedis.
15.
So the
And
landlord,
you can use for 4 years.
okay, so the landlord gets a copy.
Except in pay.
Okay.
If you buy 15, it's pay. You give one to your landlord, you take one. At the back, at the front page of that card, your name. One is your name, your tenant landlord name, your number, the house number, occupation. Now let me reiterate once again. Landlords who have been giving property to foreigners that you don't look at whether they have permit or not, it's a crime. Now you should know the occupation that they are into. So if you are found of giving property out because you there, all you know is money. One leg is in prison, one leg is your house. You will be treated as a common criminal when you are convicted by the court of competent jurisdiction. Because that guy, foreigner, who is in this country, what work does he do? Does he have a permit? Is he a fraudster? Is he a criminal? Is he a murderer? You don't care. All what you know is that I have invested and that I can give my property anyhow. And you are giving your property to criminals. You see all kind of the country left center criminal actions. Somebody is killing, murdering here and there. The landlords are contributing factor because they don't do due diligence. In the coming times, I'll be working with the controller. I've met them. I'm going to establish proper protocols. Whenever I start moving out, you see the police on the other hand. You see GRA. The rent taxes they will pay. We must contribute. You are earning and you must pay. As you go to the hostel, they are increasing. Go and ask them how much taxes they pay.
We'll get there.
How much taxes they pay? They invade taxes. They are charging. They cannot be controlled. You talk, you will kill investors. These are a bunch of criminals.
Class 91.
If you don't pay tax, are you not a criminal? You are a criminal. You are a common criminal.
Class 91.3 FM.
You invade tax, you don't pay tax. You are a criminal. You must be jailed. You must be punished. So if you are a big man and you have hostel, you have property, you don't pay tax, you are a criminal.
We'll get there. Let me respectfully ask the yellow booklet that you're talking about, or the booklet that you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a pink, yes.
Okay, or
the
like
red card.
The red card that you're talking about. You say that you can only get it at a red control
Yes,
office.
yes.
Let's say Greater Accra. How many offices do you have?
About 16.
16.
Yes.
There are about 6 million people in the Greater Accra region.
Yes.
God knows how many number of properties that are on rents.
Okay.
If I live at, let's say, Community A, how would I know that I can get a rent card if I'm a landlord from this particular area
so first
or that
of
particular
all,
area?
Let me address it for the opportunity. First of all, let me acknowledge the fact that we are deficient in the offices.
Mm-hmm.
We should have been everywhere in every district.
Do people even know where they are?
They do, and because we have given them, putting content out on social media for people to contact them. But this is what is going to happen in the next few months. Maybe by the end of the month, we call the RCD on wheels.
Until Yamenu is not on social media.
I'm coming. RCD on wheels. Rent Control Department on wheels. To be able to resolve the matter of where there are offices. Very soon, we are putting ourselves together as a department. And now, look at what we are going to do. People must have access to rent card, no matter where you are. People should be explained, should have even access to an experienced rent control services. If they don't have an office close to their homes. So we are now having the RCD on wheels. And what are we going to do? We are going to get our PA system, get our van, get our the tents, the canopy tents, room tents. One, have one outside, go to one particular community for a month. We are going to be there for one good month. I deploy about 2 or 3 officers, sit in the tent like an office, and we'll be in the community to ensure you have a table, we have all the rent card, everything. Make an announcement in the community. If you don't have rent card, you have landlord, come and register yourself. Because as we speak, we're also registering landlords. With my recent directive, all landlords are supposed to, by section 4 of the PNDC law 138, if you have an agreement or you provide or you give a property to somebody, you have tenancy agreement, you are obliged, and there are consequences, that within 14 days, take your tenancy agreement to rent control and register so that we can have information about what is between you. It means if you have 20 million tenants, they must all come and register their tenancy agreement with rent control. It become illegal. We can prosecute you.
Can we do this digitally?
We are about to do that, trust me. Like I'm trying to let people know what the reality is. I'm talking to 1 or 2 IT firms of high repute to digital rent control system, auto everything. As we speak, I have been doing autopilot. Rent cards are no more sold just like that. We're going cashless to protect the sanctity of our coffers, ensuring that people can. I even introduced the rent control student app. Rent control student app to resolve the hostel matter complaint. You go there, you have the link. You go rent control student app, make a complaint. Very soon, people are going to file their cases on the mobile app. And rent control, believe in the next few years to come, should be seen as a reformed, modernized rent control that will be able to, do, implement it programs in a way that everybody will be involved, no matter where you are. You can be in Europe, you can have the online case management, right? The online management case, you don't need to come from US or give power of attorney for anybody to come and sit on a case. When I went to rent control, you see people coming there flat at rent control like marketplace. Everybody has been told to come 9 o'clock. And how can you sit on 9 o'clock with about 300 cases or 400 cases within 9 o'clock to what? Wasting people time. And that as part of the digitization processes, when it comes to pass, we ensure that we schedule you.
They have issues.
Of course, say they come to report.
Okay.
And when they report, they should have actually scheduled them. Come 10 o'clock. Come 12, come 1, come to depend on the time. Somebody's going to work. You box all of them together in the morning, 9 a.m. And every letter rent control you provide over the years has been 9 a.m. And you see them just moving out, fighting here and shouting and putting pressure on the rent officers while he's still on the case. And he's restless. So the point is that we need to schedule. And as time goes on next year, I also believe in a 24-hour system. Where rent control, a lot of people are evicted overnight, in the night. And we are going to do, if you have the police in place, we put it there, some of them will come in the evening, up to maybe 10 o'clock. And after 10 o'clock, activated line, 24/7, report cases, linking up with the police. Any unfair eviction, we can trigger the police, work with them, and we can stop it at midnight.
What are the general complaints that you or your office have to deal with on a regular basis from both the landlords and the tenants? What do you hear?
It's about increment of rent, one, on it arbitrarily, which is also against under section 10. That you need to make an assessment, apply for your property to be assessed before you can increase. If you claim you have done A, B, C, D, what did you buy? When did you buy it? When the last time you bought cement? When the last time you did maintenance? For example, even if it's about economics, inflation has gone up. If inflation is 2%, why do you increase it 20%? What was your justification? You should be able to table this, make an application, come and justify your grounds of doing that. That's what Section 10 talk about assessment. And from one of the regulation, LI 369 will tell you. You see, there are laws. Example, we have recovery of possession. Landlords come in that, okay, I want to recover my possession of the property. I want to evict you and take my, because you come and lie to you. That's the only lie they can create. My son is coming from where? And this kind of things over there. But the law says, if you are demanding that you are going to do renovation and that somebody will leave the property, then you renovate. The law now also is on you. That after you are done, he's the first person you call him that you are done. If that person is a litigant, he will leave. And whenever you give the property out while he's waiting for you, he can take you to court. And the court will punish you.
It's a common occurrence.
Yes, then that's what I'm talking about, because the law has not been enforced. So people think that there's no law in this country. But when we start to make the law work, people will sit up. You see, Ghana is a country, and we cannot be going to parliament and be passing laws every morning, every evening. They come and throw the law away, and everybody is sitting down. People are appointed to make the law work. They will sleep like Ghana is dead.
The landlord say it is my property.
The government says the law is for us.
There when I was
the law says that the law says that government should implement the laws. Therefore, let's see who has the strength.
You didn't pay for the iron rods. You didn't pay for the cements.
The point is that whenever you go into any business, you should be reasonable to ask what are the laws around the work I do. Have you seen any work in the country that is done free of charge? Even the watcher seller sitting on the table, he knows that he will pay taxes in the morning when the two people come. The kaya who carry pan, you go to the market, he knows that as I'm going, I'll pay some 5 cedis or 2 cedis for government to work. He carrying the thing on her head. They are taxing him. Then you will be doing this and telling me and giving excuses. Nobody bought your. Fine. If we say inflation, the thing has gone up. Nobody have said don't increase. The law says you cannot sit home at will and be increasing. This is a simple thing. What's the problem, my brother? You can increase. Subject yourself. Come and tell us what you bought. Is it not fair? You bought it, yes. Cement has increased reasonably. Why will rent control and you have an assessment and seeing that you have improved your property? Tenants are happy. There's addition, and they said that they won't let you increase. Rent control is not to control anything. Don't let the name scare anybody. I know very soon we are changing it to become either agency or authority. When we become an agency, they know that we manage property. We manage it. We manage rent dispute for landlord and tenant. I'm aware because of the control. People think that nobody control. The law even has skewed in a way that you cannot control anything. Rent control cannot sit. Or Frederick cannot sit and say, okay, I can look at your house. I say your house you are taking 10 Ghana cedis. It should be 5 cedis. Then I'm being biased. What did I see? First of all, in assessment, we look at what land is your property situated on. What materials did you use to build the property? What maintenance do you do? The social lifestyle. For example, you take one room, Cantonment, East Legon, and Nagbogoloshi, or Newtown, wherever. The standard is not the same. The living conditions of the people over there is not the same. Their incomes, executive ABC, here is low class, is not the same. Therefore, one room here cannot be the same as this, though the same size. This is what assessment does. So if you have a property, one is close by you, he has done a lot of maintenance, he's doing maintenance, but he's taking 300 Ghana. You write and say that, have you asked how much room is in this area? When did you maintain your room?
It's my house.
But the Ghana is not for you. Ghana is not for you. Then take your house and carry and go. So it's your house or her? It's your house, but the law is not for you. So then those who can make the law work and the law work against you. Okay, you better carry your house and go.
Increase by 20%. You say per these indicators that you've mentioned, cost of the land, investment that you've made, and all of that. It is not, commensurate with how much the landlord wants to charge of the tenants. So in that case, what do you do?
So what I'm saying is that first of all, the law says you would have the right to increase your rent, but not you sitting home and adding any percentage. We need to understand if it is reasonable, it is fair.
If it is not reasonable,
if it's not first, if it's reasonable, that's why you need first of all enjoy to apply. The tenants must also apply. When the tenant make an application that okay, I've came to this property in the last 2 years. He increased this, he increased this, he increased this. He calls me ungodly hours and be threatening me of increments. What do? You have to make an application that please rent control. What is going on is too difficult for me. The problem is the tenant being bold enough to report is the problem. And that they'll begin to tell rent control is not working. Have you seen a judge sitting in court and moving around to smell cases and picking the case to come and sit on? Did you see it before?
No.
Therefore, that's the way it plays. You don't expect the commissioner to be coming and be reducing what? You have an obligation, a collective responsibility. Bring the issue, make an application, let me see, invoke the law. Recently, when Nooks applied, this is the first time you have seen rent control coming full force to talk about hostel issues because somebody or an interested party has applied and brought the thing to bear. That's why I can act. But if you're a student on campus, you are listening to me, whether Legon, KNUST, Winneba, UCC, USTED, name them, the technical universities, and you are suffering, you are being suffocated. I have even waived that the rent assessment fee, pick the form free of charge for students in this country. I've used my administrative powers to waive it. Come, if you're a student, come and pick it free, or give us a message. Let's give it to you online. Print it, fill it, and bring it back, and say that this is my hostel. This is how much they charge. This is how they were charging. This is what they have increased. And let us go and assess them and fix the price for them. And if they fail to comply, we meet them in court. When we make a price, we determine, and you don't do it, you can only go to court and change it.
Are you also suggesting that you also have a team? I'm not sure it's just you, but you have a team in your office who are very good with, let's say, valuations,
of course,
and all of those assessments.
Of course.
So that it's not just a case of just you and the landlord.
I have
recently,
as I said, rent control is internally we are putting tools together well. As we speak, I've constituted a committee for assessment, headed by a valuer, an expert, a professional valuer, who leads that committee. And he will ensure, and he also has been rent control for the last 15 years. So with a rent control experience and as an expert and a professional valuer, we come there as a professional way of assessing. And all hostels are going to be assessed. I'm happy yesterday. There is, Ghana Medical School, Kwalebu. Do you know what they are doing to them?
Tell me.
It is sad. Yesterday, I was there the day before yesterday. Somebody came with the list of one man who had just established. We bought a hotel around the Kwalebu, the medical school side there, and has transformed the hotel to become hostel. Now, this man have suite stories about 3 or 2 story building or whatever. I've not been there. I'm yet to go there maybe today or tomorrow. Then this man is charging a semester, 1 room, 30,000 Ghana. So 1 year
per person
is that man there because he's better dead. I want to see the person behind this hostel. This is the first action I'm going to see. Who is behind? And I really want those behind who say they are power brokers to come out. This is a test time for all of us. This is the first. I'm going there. When I get there, I want to see that man. If he's a normal person or he's somebody with somebody behind, I will uncover the person who is behind. Shame and name him immediately, and you'll be surprised. I'm telling you the fact. I'll be going there because yesterday I wanted to do it in a very gentle way. And let me use this platform to tell the medical students that the time of relief is here. The time I'm getting to Kwalebu environs. As you speak, next week I'll be in Kumasi because they're about to vacate. I'm working with Ghana Tourism Authority. A lot of closures are expected in the coming days. Sunyane, Unel, KNUST, then Usted, all of them. I go to Takwa, Umat. A lot of closures in the coming days will be seen. And especially, can you imagine that almost 80% of them are not registered with Ghana Tourism Authority? They are not registered though. They are illegal investors, criminals, who go to secure money to come and exploit the system. So can you work and say that you are a hostel while you have a regulator that must license you? You don't license. You just go and build a thing, no proper sanitation, because they don't even know them. All the hostels I went, we closed down from what do you call it, Koforia. Only one of them happened to register. That one for the sanity has gone down. Hallelujah was locked down. I went to about 8 of them. 5 of them were not registered. Do the percentage wise. These are the criminals putting the hostels.
When you asked them why they were not registered, what did they say?
They don't even know there's registration.
That's what they told you.
Of course. If they knew, and even the regulator didn't know they exist. So when I went, this kind of revelation comes, I put
buildings. The name. The regulators are the people who work in the offices. They didn't see that the buildings were there.
Yes, they did. So sometimes they don't put the hostel there.
It's just a building.
That I'm telling you that the criminal intention of these people, the menstrual, the intention behind their action is criminal. So why don't you put hostel there? If you go to the court of law and the intention of your intention of action, the act and the intention, the mentality and the action, it does not correlate. That I tell you that these are a bunch of criminals. First day, we want to exploit, we want to steal, and that our mind is to steal and even evade taxes. So if you are not registered, will you pay taxes? You are not registered, nobody knows you. How will they pay taxes? These are people who are taking the money, 30,000 a month, semester, 8,000 a month. They don't pay even taxes. So if I describe them, these are a bunch of criminals who have gotten money or borrow money and to be doing criminality. It's a criminal cartel.
You spoke about demand and supply early in the conversation.
Yes.
There are a lot of students, very limited hostels. There are a lot of everyday people like you and me, very little buildings where they can afford to lay their head. Don't you think, to a very large extent, it is a case of people who have access to property or who own property also noticing this demand and supply conversation that we are having, and also coming up with these prices? Because after all, if Fred doesn't get it because he says maybe it's too high or I can't afford,
somebody can afford.
Kwame is waiting in the corner to pay 2 times, even 3 times the amount because he or she needs a place and can afford it. Is that not where the real situation is?
That is it. Like what I said, I didn't say that demand didn't exist. I never condemn demand if it doesn't exist.
No, not at all. But
I'm saying that in our
looking
laws,
at it,
our laws, let's separate the law and their demand and supply slogans and sloganarians. I'm saying that so far as me, Frederico Poku, I'm there. I believe and also believe economics, there are demand and supply, and automatically it will trigger. Now, as a government that is sensitive to social needs of people, has a responsibility. We are not a pure capitalist state. It's Ghana a capitalist state. Can you tell me? We are mixed. We are mixed. We are not a pure capitalist whereby some few individuals who have some kind of money over there be doing unnecessary and be stealing and be exploiting people. And we look unconcerned and the government will look at it. Especially NDC government is a social democrat government. And what do you understand by that? Social democrat government. And therefore, they will never allow few independent-minded, crooks with their investment. They are lost. This is where the law come into play. You can think about your demand and supply. You see, when you hear people calling them because they have not built, if you talk, they won't get a place to sleep. And so we should allow them to then we should throw the law. Then we should cancel the law. If the law is there and you say that we should allow them, then why should I be there? I should be there for what? The president appointed me that the law must work. I come and I'm saying demand and supply there, so I should keep quiet. I better pack my teeth and go. What am I there for? I have said it normal with that time. If I cannot make the law work, Frederick, I come to pack myself. Your honorable, your excellency, you gave me work, but I cannot do. So let me pack my things because I believe I can do. I will do it too, and I'm happy. And let me show appreciation. And everybody listening to me today, this is not about politics. It's never about politics. Let's show appreciation to this government under President John Dramani-Mahama. You could have seen. You are surprised that there is no interferences. You are surprised. And that's the president who believes the right thing has to be done. President who doesn't compromise. Even if your friend's President Mahama, I believe and I trust my president, your president, and their president that President John Dramani Mahama will not allow, even if you are his brother or his child, to perpetrate illegality and crimes. And so long as so far the president thinks that it must work, I fear no one. I have said the number with that time. And I'm happy, extremely happy. My immediate boss to the chief of staff has not said anything. We are all under the chief of staff. I have not heard anything from the chief of staff. I have not heard anything from the president, not the vice president. My minister has given full support. I went directly and report to my minister and deputy minister. They have not even coughed that President Opoku is causing anything that untoward. So why should somebody, investor sitting somewhere, calling somebody called big man to call me? Who can call me? You cannot call me. I'm not the type you can call.
When it's time and we have to go to school.
Yes.
Students, our daughters, our nephews, our nieces, our sons, and our daughters, and they are being told to pay 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Some are going to vacate, some are going to go back to school. What will be the basis for which I, sitting here as a parent, who say 7,000 is too high, 8,000 is too high? What shall I do? If my son comes home and says, Daddy, school is about to reopen, I need 8,000 for hostel fees. Salaries here are so low. A lot of parents cannot afford. Most of these properties that we see all over are being paraded as hostels. Some of these properties have been there for years. They make just little adjustments here and there, but every now and then they are increasing the money. What shall I as a parent do when my child comes to me and says it's 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 a semester?
I said that the enforcement of the law is a collective responsibility. Yesterday, a parent did something against that medical student hostel. And I applaud that yesterday the man make an application for assessments. And I'm going to make it public. And that is going to move me to assess that 30,000 hostel. And he will know his smoothness level. At this point in time, I can now, as rent control commissioner, go there and assess him after the application, which he has applied yesterday. And I'm telling him, he should listen, that somebody has applied. And when you apply, you invoke the powers of the law. And I entreat all parents without any fears. The law says that a tenant can apply, landlord can apply, and interested party can apply. As a parent, you pay the money, you are interested. Therefore, if not your son or your daughter, you the parent, go to rent control, make an ask of an assessment, and before they reopen, we can assess thousands of hostels across the country, and everybody will be stopped by law. So, at the moment an application is done against you, there's an injunction on you. Because we are assessing you. So hold on.
You can't take in.
You cannot, because you go to court against you immediately. But when you don't apply for me to assess, I'm handicapped. The commissioner is not working.
But you said interested parties.
I'm saying the interested party, for example, we have 3 people who can apply for assessment. Mm-hmm. The assessment is Form 1 in our books law. Mm-hmm. That's regulation, rent regulation 1964, LI 369. That when somebody apply, the landlord can say that, oh, I want to make an application because I built this hostel, right? I built this hostel, and that I want to start taking the money, so I want to make an application. Then rent control come and see what is fair, based on how much I've spent, based on the land I built this on, based on the maintenance. This is what you come out with, and my receipts to prove I've done something. Oh, I did it yesterday, but I have done more additions and value. So I want to come and do reassessment. You have the power to do that. Tenant can say that, since I came to this property, They have been increasing. Rent control. I'm making application. Come and assess. Then we tell the landlord that there's an application, complaint, calling for an assessment. So come and let us take our men there to go and look at all the things and see whether what you are charging is reasonable, is fair, based on even your own maintenance. Some people over the last 20 years have not done maintenance. I'm aware. The student complain that they will go home and say that we'll be doing ABCD, we'll give you Wi-Fi, they will come with the same thing, they will give 1,000 Ghana Cedi 2,000. So if you tell me you're going to even do A, B, or C in a simple oral contract, I come back. When I came back, I've paid 1,000 that you asked me, but you didn't do any maintenance over there. Is it criminal or not criminal?
Mr. Opoku, what about, let's again, projected cost. So, for example, I took a loan to construct the hotel, or to construct the hostel, sorry. I'm paying over 20 years, I'm paying over 15 years. Most of these organizations are giving the loans and pegging it at the dollar. They are not pegging it at the cedi. I'm sure you are aware, because of fluctuations in the currency and the power of the currency. So the cost that they are incurring, it is not static. The cost that they are incurring changes over time. Yes. So even if they are not necessarily making any major renovations, because of the interest that they are paying, which is almost always rising, they cannot keep the prices static for a relatively short time. What would be your defense to that?
No, I have told you that. The baseline that come for assessment, are you okay? If you are paying 1 million increment of that, who cares about it? The point that come for assessment. Come and tell us.
That this is the justification.
Come and you have to come. The point is that you don't have any reason, whether it is about the bank has gone simple. Come and tell us. Bring your document to prove. Are you okay? If you built it 20 years ago, are you still paying the loan?
It's a possibility.
Yes, of course. Therefore, I'm telling you for a fact. You put hostel for 30 years. Some hostel are 25 years. Come bring your document. Let's see. Say their document. But book no lie. Book the lie.
No.
Yes, you can't also lie. We also go to the bank and ask. Say it's a public issue. So if you say you went for loan this, how much did you take? How much have you gained based on what you are charging over the years? Let's do. And plus your interest. And see whether we are not cheating. It is light to stop this kind of lies. People have built a property for years. Go to Legon, these people, Pent. Our land is for Senate.
From what I read, they are shareholders in it.
I'm saying it's for them. No, who has a share? Who? I went to Legon. Let me be very frank with you. During one of my tour, my visit, I went to Legon and found 2 private hostels on Legon campus right there. Viking Hostel and Pence. Guess what? When I went there, I had interaction with them, with the CEO. Later on 1st July, I called all hostels and did it online. That even those who are not in Accra can join. Come and tell me what your problem is. And let me also tell what rent control mandate is with you. Let me let you know the difference between rent control and the Ghana Tourism Authority. Who licenses you? So that you know our role, the role we play. And that the Ghana Tourism Authority is not the only entity that regulates you. But the rent control has a space somewhere. I called this meeting on the 1st of July. I knew that they call their big people, they are on campus, and they are for Senate. But let me be very frank and sign a word of caution to Senate. Senate is a creature of law, and their law is not bigger than the rent law. So the board chairman and whoever leads Senate must understand that you cannot take people's pension and exploit the system. It is criminal and thievery. When people don't pay their pension, don't you go and arrest them? And you think that you build hostel with people's funding, and you sit down and be doing because you are entity also what? I've warned them, and I'm going to have a stand show with Senate. They will comply. They are private hostel, and they are invested. They will be still private entity, and that the law regulates them, no matter what. And let me stand this word of caution to them. Look, we called them the 1st of July to come for the meeting. These 2 hostels on campus, Vikings and what's the name? Pent didn't come. I didn't talk. I'm planning how I will deal with them because I can't let them go free. And that kind of bluff that they are showing over there, I will make sure if I realize that they are not even lying, they will be closed down on Legon campus, Pent, and I'll go to court against them. You think that if you are going to fear anything like you are big, you'll be closed down? It's for Senate. What happened? They didn't come. My brother, I didn't talk. I'm planning what to do to respond to. I was there. I received a letter from some lawyers. Is it Patrice or whatever and co or whatever they call them? You wrote a letter to me as lawyers, professional lawyers. You wrote a letter to me telling me that you are what's the name of these people?
Solicitors.
For this, your client are there. Listen, private. Look at the word. Private hostel, whatever. Private. But at the end of the letter, you are telling me that you didn't come to my meeting. Telling me you didn't come to my meeting because you thought it was not considered to come. Why? Because there is an arrangement between the University of Ghana and that hostels, and that they work within like the traditional hostels. Meanwhile, they are private. And Legon, they are not regulate. They don't even have a say in how much you charge. So when I received the letter, I didn't talk. I didn't respond to them. I went back because in the letter they copied the proviso of Legon. So I didn't talk. I went there because I wanted to relax. Honorable Provice Chancellor, I saw this letter and you were copied. I know these people are exploiting, taking monies. They don't even come for assessments. They are hostels. And I know it is not a traditional hostel. Can you help me out whether indeed they are part of you or not? What I was told by the provice, if it's lying, I'm lying, is this: that some years ago, that land were leased to these people, 50 years or 40 years or what have you. They are about halfway. And if I tell you how much they are paying to Legon in dollars, you laugh. And after getting that cheap land, where Legon as a university failed to use their own land to build property, build hostel for them, which is a shame on them. It's a shame, drastic shame. If you build a hostel in Legon, there is no bank institution that will not give you money to build. Why didn't they use the money to build? Why didn't they go to the bank and they gave somebody contract about 40 years or 50 years to use Legon land, build, exploit, go to Pent? They are taking about 30,000 cities or so a room on Legon campus. So if somebody is attacking Legon name comes in, then you bring the name of Legon into disrepute. When I further was engaging the provice, that how much they charge, because they had the contract that was signed before they all came to office, and their hands are tied. So whatever they charge, they told them that if you want even make any charges, call the students and at least let them know how you are resolving, you are putting there. But how much they charge, they don't have hands in it. But you made the law seem as if Legon has given you support. I even went to social media in a way to speak my mind about the unfair play of Legon leadership supporting this kind of exploitation. I have to come and apologize to them after meeting the provice. And that is what happened. And you wrote a letter to me as a qualified lawyer, professionals. And if your client instructs you, you have a responsibility to know the rules. If client instructs you to do something, a lawyer should go and read the law and know that the instruction here is bogus. You don't even follow bogus instructions as a lawyer. You bring the name of the legal profession to dispute. And I'll write to the legal thing that lawyer should be suspended from the profession. It's a disgrace and a blatant disgrace to the law profession in this country.
Okay, that's absolute.
So that is what I'm trying to let you know. Because I was very furious. Even advised, you write a letter to me, you didn't come. Because of the fact that you thought you won't come. It's an insult to me. So why won't I respond to you? I'll respond to you in any way, any form. And that's what I'm doing to them. They have not seen it yet. Maybe they will take me to court. They will go. I'll come.
When the students are going to go to school, and we've already seen some of them. I saw videos and pictures of some of them demonstrating in Kumasi yesterday and the day before. I don't know if you've seen them. I don't know if perchance they have applied or it's just, let's say, students demonstrating. If they have applied or if they are just demonstrating, what are the plans that you're likely to put in place in the coming days or coming weeks to ensure that reasonable rates are agreed? And if the reasonable rates are not agreed, you probably would put a padlock to the entrance of the facility.
First of all, I'll be going to Kumasi, Ashanti region, maybe next week. I won't mention the day because my visits are unannounced. But I'm going there with Ghana Tourism Authority as well. First of all, I have a number of hostels that I'm verifying whether they are even licensed. That's the first entry of their cruiser into refund. And how they are going to refund. If you have taken somebody's money today and not registered, you go to court and pay full refund. Even if they come to school and we have not get you, we get you, you are on license, you refund 100% and even pay penalty to them for wasting their time. That's the kind of punishment they are going to carry this time around. And I know many of them are not registered. I'm aware, 100%. But I won't rush. I don't want to use or mention names that I don't have evidence to. I'm taking all the lists to Ghana Tourism Authority. They have the mandate and they register them. If the name is not there, then you are treated as illegal operator by false pretense, stealing and defrauding people by false pretense by using the name hostel. Why is it not registered? You are a criminal. Now, I'm going to print the assessment form, myself. I will take it from rent control in their numbers. I will take the assessment form to the schools. Any student who has an issue, these are the forms. Pick it free and apply. Pick it free. I'll go with my officers. They will do instant complaint form over there. And all hostels that are being reported will face the full rigors of the law. So to resolve the matter, when I'm going to Kumasi or I'm going to Takwa, I'll go with the assessment form. It means that when I go, I'll put it there. Any student who has an issue, come and formally complain. Pick the form free of charge. Just put that assess. Now what the law asks me to do. The moment you are a student over there, you apply. It gives me now emotion to now go and give you fair assessment and fair pricing. And
in the period that you're doing the assessment, the facility will be closed?
If you are not registered, what do you exist? Do you even exist in legal terms? If you are not registered in the first place, do you exist?
What if they are registered?
If they are registered, what is that? The moment I receive it, in the next 1 week, I'll call you that now assessment is done, so hold on.
You can't stick.
Now, likely that you refund. If the assessment proves that it must be less, based we do with you, you have to go back. And that any difference, you have to pay back, or we meet you in court.
I see. Let me take some messages. I'll be activating the phone lines for callers, because every time we're discussing issues of friends, they are calling, and some also want to engage you directly. So let me just read these messages, and then I would activate the phone lines as well. Good morning, Kwame. Please tell the rent control man that we pay property rates. I have 2 different apartments on the same land, and I have been charged different rates, just like head porter being charged daily. I don't get the property rate connection.
So the truth is that property rates are for the assemblies. They are getting it wrong. But rent tax, he must pay rent tax if it's for commercial property. Because the assemblies are with the property rates, where the land, the property on the land. Because in Ghana, if you buy a land, it's a lease for 99 years. So in natural sense, that land is for the state. If they don't know, they should hear it. In natural sense, the land, because it's 99 years, it must be renewed. What does it mean? It means that it's not for good. It's not permanent. Therefore, there are services, things, the land, the assembly must take you property tax, property rates. So the money that he's paying has nothing to do with rent control issues.
Okay.
You should go and pay the money and just pay.
You don't? Okay, Gifty from Spintex, you send us one. Okay. Mark, you say, good morning, Kwame. Please inform the rent control officers that tenants should write to rent control of increments a landlord has done. Do you think you can still live in that apartment? Will the landlord not evacuate you from that apartment and you start looking for a place to stay? He should look at it from another perspective, not only on one side. I took my landlord to rent control for something he did. As we speak, I have been asked to leave the apartment. Mark, say so.
So let me be very frank with you. The way you see the law, we have an inducement to evict. when a landlord intentionally finds ways and means to evict you, it's a crime in the law. Yeah? People have lived in your property even 10 years, they won't pay a peso if the matter goes to court if you don't take care. There are landlords who are calling the bluff. If you want to follow the law critically, the law protects the tenant as well. So you cannot just move in and say, I'm a victim. Look, the person can be there if the person raised legitimate issues. The matter go to court. We have people who even property has been locked for 5 years and tenants are not paying nothing in court. You cannot also sack them. So they should understand always at time there are laws.
Okay.
And not just one way. But I'm telling you for now, tenants will be protected. So if we're evicting them, evict them legally. We have unlawful eviction. Don't go the unlawful way. Where sometimes you see that some landlord will be so much angry of even going to even rip up the roof. Or take a hammer with some tax. Go and break. Trespassing. You go to jail for 10 years.
Class 91.3
Okay.
FM.
Kwame, with the house agents, they take 150 CDs as viewing fee. So if you check one house and you don't like it, you would have to pay another 150 before they take you to another house to check and later take another 10% from you if you've paid for the rents. This makes it really difficult to search for a place to rent. What would they do about that? Lally from Accra. I remember the last
We have
time
the
you
Real
came,
Estate
you
Agency
spoke
Council.
about it. Yes.
We have Real Estate Agency Council Act 1047, Act 1047. The CEO is my friend, Mr. Jeffrey, is working hard. When control very soon, we'll be working with them as well. And we're even working with them. And that agent issues, because you see, I call them Akwankwaniasi agents, riffraffs. Some agents that are not trained, not skilled, because of a hunger. They just take and sit under a tree, take chalk and be writing anything called what? They don't have name. They are fraudsters. They will go here, pick your money, go here and run and come back and take your money. These are criminals. And the 1047, the Act, Real Estate Agency Act, to regulate and make sure that all proper agents are registered. So very soon, these agents will be traced, will be arrested, and will be penalized for their illegal activity under Act 1047.
Good morning, Class FM. Please, is the rent control going to do something about the cost of rent? Because prices are going up all the time. I was paying 2,000 Ghana CD and in just a year, it has increased to 2,500 without any maintenance whatsoever.
I told you. I'm still after that under Section 10. He should be bold enough that I want an assessment. It's not fighting. I think it has gone high.
Yeah.
So can we just go for an assessment? If they didn't know, it's not only the landlord that can set a price with rent control, but the tenant can also show some kind of unhappiness, and they should make an application for assessment of how much the money's rent is in. Especially those who have been promised that bring the money you maintain, and the person didn't maintain. Your landlord take money from you. He was supposed to do maintenance. He didn't do it, and you are sitting laughing. Laughing for what? We are making lives look as if like a boy, a master and boy. And what kind of behavior is that? We shouldn't be cowards. He took your money, and that you'll be protected. Under my administration, trust me, you cannot come to rent control, bring bogus things over there, and take tenant out easily. He who seeks equity must come with clean hands.
Okay. Please do the work for us. Landlords are killing us in this country. You say we are supporting you. Okay. This was a hi, bro. Okay, the man is sounding like somebody with a military background. Maybe that would help when he goes around to do his work. Okay. Efo Yarasi is Kwame. Thank you and Dr. Annan for bringing the rent commissioner back to the studio. Please tell him enough of the students' hostel issues. The landlord's rent issue in this city are worse. He should come to our rescue. Okay. PM in Dowinya, Pram, sorry. You see, Kwame, ask the commissioner where those in Pram, Dowinya area can get their rent card if there is any location there.
I think there's Dodowa, there's an office there.
Dodowa is very far from Pram.
And I think there's an office in Pram.
Okay.
But maybe he can take, I will put my number out.
Sure.
Then maybe later on, they can now call for us to direct them well. Are you okay?
Okay. Some people are even asking for
yes, of course,
number,
I should be able to give them.
Prosper in Dowinya says, Kwame, please tell the acting commissioner to extend the 17th August deadline to August ending, please.
The point is that I have taken 6 months or 7 months to make an education about this rent card. February, everybody should go and look at it. That in February, when I came, I issued my first directive on rent card. I didn't enforce it. Everybody should go back and watch. February 20 something, I issued my first directive that rent control, you must use rent card. Because the rent card gives us evidence to look at the truth, not about you giving us story at rent control. So if I extend to 2 weeks, what's the meaning of what will you get after 5 months? You didn't comply. The 2 months to do what? Now there must be timeline with anything that you do. I don't have the legislature of time to be procrastinating. I have enough giving this, but I'm saying that what is wrong with you can even go to rent control today and go and take a rent card and you get. And now landlords are now being registered with their landlord number. When you even buy the rent card from rent control, they will give you a registration number. And that I have almost about in the last April to now, at least I've registered about 2,056 landlords. And we are registering all properties as well and the tenants. So tenant has to register yourself. So when you come to rent control, you ask of your landlord number. So no landlord number, no access to rent control.
Okay.
Beginning 17th.
Davisena says, by the way, the man means well and he should take it easy before his blood pressure would go up. He should take it easy. But he has to work on his district offices. Some appear not to be that efficient, and also support landlords and tenants to do who do the wrong thing with no curfew. Okay, all right. This one says, okay, you're asking for something different altogether. Okay, let me activate the phone lines now. If you want to call in, you have any concerns that you want to share with Mr. Commissioner, 0302-208080, 0302-208080. If you have any questions you want to share with Mr. Commissioner or you want to direct to Mr. Commissioner, you can call now. We'll take as many calls as possible before we check out. Okay, so we have a first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from, and make it snappy, please.
Evangelist Dr. Liberty Liman.
Okay.
Tema West. With all humility, Mr. Controller, your words are very, very strict and truthful. One thing I beg of thee is that you have enough patience so that your blood pressure do not rise. Why? You see, we are in Ghana. You've heard about the word Guru Boys. Definitely, men if you in every place to hustle Abarando Kufiu. Somebody will try to do something extra. So please, go gently and strike the road. God and man, Badaga is behind you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Okay, so 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Seth.
Seth, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Kwame. Yes, your guess, it seems like in temperature is rising high. You have a good point, it's raising, but only the temperature is going, it become like authoritative distance. What I want to say is that he is in the national aspect. I'm pleading to him. We have a 266 district. If he can get his representative in every district like this, and then he using this power to regulate them, and that will help. Another one too is that agent is somebody who represents somebody to buy his rule and regulation. So those agents, some are good, some are not good. And then when he have representative in the district like this, he can regulate this. So they will become the stakeholder for him, and everything will move smoothly. But if it doesn't work like that, it will not let his work, what he have passion to represent the president to do, it will not work. I'll leave it to him.
Okay, thank you. 0302208080. Give us a call and share those very strong thoughts with us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kwame. What's then?
I go back with you.
Oh, that's a moment on can be free. I am. Thank you very much. That's another. Thank you. Kwame, thank you. Bye.
Okay. I go back with CJ's call to check on me, and I appreciate that. Hello, good morning. Okay, 0302208080, 0302208080. If you have any questions you want to direct to the Acting Rent Commissioner, you can do so now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Mr. Jerry.
Okay, Alaji, go ahead.
Yes.
mpacho kakra me pese me kan say ya se do se ka me kasa no e wo soro kakra
1.3 FM.
kasa no wo soro kakra but ene chire die
Class
me gidi se kwa
91.3
bit ma fa
FM.
so an say e wo se o muntu imply nkofo mo nkofo a mo apply o mo no o mo no be problem ama no nti hom na wo so to pay attention na bibia enye nkratasem enye nkratasem dia me gidi se na etibia no e be di nkunim e wo Ghana ha no me da se
And so may that say 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
hello
If you could kindly reduce the volume of your radio set.
hello hello
Yeah, hello, good morning. I can hear you loud and clear. Your name, please.
Okay, yes. My name is Togbi.
Togbi from?
Administration or enforcement is carrots and sticks. Your guest sounds to be power drunk. He should tone down, otherwise he'll be throwing tenants into the street and result in empty houses without tenants. Landlords will always seek the interest of their tenants, and if there is need for compliance, he should enforce compliance diligently and gently. The buga buga will not work. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Togbi, for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
King James Pram Pram.
King James, go ahead.
Yeah, Kwame, your mind, I like the way he's talking. But do you remember there was once an Accra mayor during MPP time, that giant bulky guy who came and he was demolishing left and right. He came with a loud voice like the way your resource person is talking. And in no time, she was shut down. I'm pleading with him that if he really meant what he's saying, then he should stand on his feet. Very well. If not, this, I don't know, but very soon he will be shut down. You should be very careful. Thank you.
Okay, everyone has their opinions on these things. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, I can't seem to hear this person. 0302208080. 0302208080. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello.
hello good morning Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Mula Umar. Assalamu alaikum to brother.
Malaikum salam, Mula Omar. Go ahead.
Kwame, as for rent issues and those kinds, it's very, very challenging in this country. Provided that the commissioner is really going to help us to work, it's easier said than done. Master, even the rent issue concerned about landlords and landlords, there are mafianism in it too. Brother, it's not easy at all. I hope the commissioner will work well. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day too. Salam alaikum. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bro Kwame.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Evangelist Prince Liman, yeah.
Go ahead.
Please, my earlier words, I did not mean any harm to my brother in studio. No. But you see, what I mean is this. We are doing it for the people and for the soul and for the nation, the brethren at large, and even near us. Now, you see, we shouldn't disrespect authorities and human dignity and integrity. Just like what is happening between TMA and TDC. You see, we shouldn't be. Someone spoke to me some time ago that it be bad, and I said, my brother, this is Ghana. You do it for yourself and your soul. And then we are here, watching a womba, and what time for Baba by enjoy. So, Mr. Rent Control, the truth is that just have, how do you call it, offices all over the nation so that you can be a representative and they can be agency. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, good morning.
You seem to be very far away from your phone.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me, please?
Okay, it's so faint. I can barely hear you. It looks like you're very far from the phone. 0302208080. 0302208080. At least what I like is that nobody has said he's doing anything wrong. They are only worried about the stone and all those things. Nobody has seen he's going against this law, he's going against that law. I haven't heard that. 0302208080. Or send me a message on WhatsApp 0500,202. We'll take a few more calls so that our guest can respond. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Good morning, Kwame. It's me again, Nana Kwesi.
Nana, go ahead.
Okay, I'm glad with what our honorable range commissioner is doing. But then I want to ask, just like you asked, the same people who enact these laws, who sit in parliament to enact these laws, are the same ones who go against it time without number. I have had evidences against certain people, certain ministers currently and even past, who are charging in dollars, who are charging ridiculous prices in East Legon, Ajigano, Okojo, and it's bad. East Legon Hills, and it's the same ministers, the same judges, the same lawyers who build and are charging these things. What is he going to do about it? We shouldn't compromise anything for anybody. There is no big man. The law is the biggest above everything. So I pray and wish him well, and I pray everything goes well for him. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Maybe 2 or 3 more calls and then we'll wrap up. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, I can't seem to hear this person. 0302 208080 0302 208080. If you have some issues or concerning rents, the acting rent commissioner is in the studio with us. You can call and share those thoughts quickly. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Ajingano.
Your name, please.
My name is Evelyn.
Go ahead, madam.
Yeah, I was listening to your the gentleman in your studio. He means very well, but he sounded so angry that sometimes it was quite difficult listening to how he sounded. Both Ghanaians, tenants and landlords are all Ghanaians. So he should be seen to be fighting for both. But it gave me the impression that he was just fighting for tenants. And the way he sounded as well, it was quite difficult to listen because it seems he was fighting somebody.
Okay, Auntie Edling, I hear you. Okay, so sometimes you just have to be tough. Hello, good morning. Oh, I lost those callers. 0302208080 0302208080. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Please, I'm calling from Medina.
Your name?
Around Dogu Clinic. I'm a tenant. The problem we have is more than what the honorable gentleman, resource person, is with you now. I'm supported by other colleagues. They should open district, share their resources, whatever this is, house to house. I've lived in this the landlord collects whatever this. It's a compound house. He collects this thing, increase it every year. He comes to increase the rent. No toilet facilities proper, no bathroom house proper, leakages and the moment you raise an alarm, no away, because somebody will come and definitely collect the same price and even increase it. So I strongly support whatever both parties, the hostel facilities and both the individual whatever this is. So my name is James Osua Sedu. James Osua Sedu is my name.
Okay, Mr. Sedu, thank you. Let me take a final caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Isaac. I'm calling from Pam.
Isaac, go ahead.
Okay, so the question I would like to ask the gentleman on the studio is that I want to know what is the basis for, the landlords increasing rents. Because it seems like where I stay, the landlady increases rent every year. Then there is no maintenance or something. So I just want to know the basis on which they increase their rent. But when I remember some time ago, I asked her, and she said, "Well, that's what she does every year that she increases her rent."
But she doesn't provide any other support services or anything.
No.
Just increases it.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
The only thing you can do is to move, I guess. Hey, Charlie Yado. Well, I guess this is something that Commissioner has spoken about several times. I mean, increasing without any for want of a better word, justification. You are very right too, but I can understand the other part of the arguments as well. Charlie, getting a place sometimes is wahala, so you probably just end up paying. Anyway, let me take some messages and then wrap up. Good morning, class. Please, okay, all of you say, Bezobogu should tone down. He has heard you. Hello, Kwame. If his weapon is closing down hostels, has he averted his mind to the social problems he will create by throwing students out of accommodation? He should look at that issue again. Okay. Good morning, Kwame. I appreciate the effort of the CEO, but he should tone down because he's dealing with human beings. Anthony Nashalaja say so. Chief Kofi from Manette State, you say, I have a report to make about the increment of the rents. You say your place, there was an increment from 600 to 800. Okay, you say there has never been any renovation in that house for the past 10 years. In fact, the septic tank is even overflowing, flooding anytime it rains. Very poor conditions, but they keep increasing it. Why? Okay. This one says, personally, I'm fully in support of the gentleman in the studio. God richly bless him. He needs to continue like this. As for those saying that his tone is harsh, that is how you treat Ghanaians. If you go soft, they will take you for granted. So he should be hard. In fact, he should continue like that. Okay. All right. Albi says, Kwame, please kindly tell our commissioner that Kaswa landlords are still collecting 1 year rent too. Well, he said the law says no more than 6 months, but it is what it is. Mr. Obogu, you've heard from Ghanaians. Please wrap up for us.
So I think to end this conversation, I think these are Ghanaians. They believe that maybe I'm happy, as you rightly said, that nobody has pinpointed that I'm doing out of law. And my interest as a commissioner, acting commissioner, is to ensure that I enforce the law. So if I'm not working outside the law, then I think I'm okay. But at least I'm a human being. Maybe if my eyes of you see what is being perpetuated against Ghanaians by few people who have money to invest, it's alarming. It's a bit mind-boggling. So sometimes you talk and you set into motions. It's unfortunate. I'm a human being, so they should treat me as any other human being whose temper can rise when talking. So I hear them. I'll try to tone down. But the law is still the law. Okay. So since the law is the law, you must comply by the law. So if you don't comply, you will face the full rigors. I am happy. All the calls that came in is good. Some of them are advice. Some of them are cautioning. Some of them are landlords who are not too happy because they are perpetrating the same illegality. So understand. In all, the matter is that obey the law. In all, a directive has been issued on the 17th of August that a landlord, you have not issued rent card, you have not registered your tenancy agreement with rent control, then you have filed the law. By the end of November 30th, we need to prosecute. We need to make the law work. And I'm just assuring Ghanaians and all those who called and listened to us that by 30th deadline, I can assure you, the tax force, the rent tax force, should be in operation.
Okay.
So when the tax force is in operation, then they will come to your homes. I have been quiet, and you see me not talking about the household, right? I am putting together the tax force, about 2,000 of them. If it goes as I have planned, then a full action after November will be seen in our homes.
Okay.
So everybody should feel free and believe that everything will be done and they will be affected.
Okay, so can you help us with a number to...
Okay, this is called 0303
0303
960
960
792
792.
So
okay.
if they call, they should make any complaint, they will just bring it to my office immediately.
0303
yes
960 792. So if you are listening to us and you have issues beyond this platform, 0303 960 792 is the number you can reach. 0303 960 792. Okay, we had breakfast with the acting Revenue Commissioner, Mr. Frederick Opoku. But if you still want to extend the conversation or you have any personal questions, you can take the number to this number. Our time is up and we do have to check out. Long week, but thank God for the gift of life and thank God for seeing us through. Up next will be Rejwa with the news at 10, and then Irene will be here before the news team joins us. Nana Lion will be joining later on, and then my brother Fianu would also be joining right after that. Have a great weekend, and may the good Lord be your portion as you go have